Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Welcome to the YouTube channel of Virtual Wisdom. In today's lecture we will be discussing about computer hardware. When we talk about hardware, the first thing that comes to mind is anything which has physical appearance. So the term computer hardware refers to the physical components of the computer. We can divide computer hardware as input and output devices, system units, storage and memory devices, are the parts in which computer hardware is divided. But in today's lecture we will only be discussing input and output devices. Let's talk about input devices first. When we discuss about input device, the first thing that clicks in the mind is a device which allows two things to interact with each other. We can define input devices as all the devices which are used to feed data or information into the computer are called input devices. These devices allow us to communicate with the computer. Some commonly used input devices are keyboard, mouse, joystick, microphone, scanner, barcode reader, digital camera, touchscreen, and touchpad. The first and one of the most important input devices, keyboard. It allows users to communicate with the computer. Users can enter data or information using this input device. It contains special symbols, numbers, and alphabets, etc. After keyboard, the most important input device to operate the computer is mouse. It is a handheld device used to control the movement of pointer on the screen. It has 2 or 3 buttons which allows users to select option, draw graphics, open files, or folders, etc. Joystick is also an input device. It is also like a mouse which controls the movement of cursor, but it is with a vertical lever. The lever contains buttons called triggers, which activate certain events when pressed. This input device is mainly used for gaming purposes. Microphone is another input device, which allows user to interact with computer using vocals. It is used to input the audio into the computer. This device changes audio signals into electrical signals, which are translated to digital form by the sound card. Microphone is playing an important role to communicate the people using computer, especially in video and voice calls. Scanner is an input device, which captures images from magazines, books, etc., and stores them in the digital form. These images can be edited, displayed, or inserted into the document. Many scanners include optical character recognition, OCR, software, which can convert image to text, and vice versa. Barcode readers are input devices mostly used in supermarkets. This device is used for scanning the barcode on the products. It reads the description, price, and product code from barcode. Such information is used by the computer to print bill for the customer. Digital camera, a device used to capture videos, images, is also an input device. It stores pictures in the digital form. These images can be edited, viewed, displayed, or inserted into the document. Touchscreen is an inbuilt, or we can say, an input device. Touchscreen is basically a pressure-sensitive display screen, which works on the gestures of hands. By touching the screen, it performs operations. It is most commonly used in mobile phones, tablets, etc. Touchpad is like a mouse. It also controls the movement of pointer or cursor on the screen. It is most commonly used in laptops. Now let's discuss about the output devices. When the word output is discussed, the first thing that clicks in the mind is giving or displaying some information. All the devices which display text, graphics, images on the computer or print information on the paper are called output devices. The most commonly used output devices are monitor, printer, impact printer, non-impact printer, plotter, and speaker, etc. The first and most important output device is monitor. It is an output device that has a screen on which information is displayed. It has 2 common types: a CRT, cathode ray tube, monitor, and LCD, liquid crystal display, monitor. CRT monitor is old, heavy, and has very low displaying quality. Whereas an LCD is modern, slim, and has a good displaying quality. Printer is also an output device used to display information on paper. A printer prints the texts, graphics on paper, which is called the hard copy. It has 2 main types: impact printer and non-impact printer. Impact printer uses an electromechanical mechanism, which causes the character to strike against the paper and prints image on the paper. Its printing speed varies from 50 to 500 characters per second, CPS. It has a poor printing quality and also makes noise while printing. Dot matrix is most commonly used impact printer. On the other hand, non-impact printer prints the image without striking the paper, which makes the quality of printing good. It also has further types: an inkjet and laser printer. Inkjet printer stores the ink in cartridge and prints the information using that ink. It is less expensive and is used in most of the sectors for printing purposes. Whereas, a laser printer uses the technology similar to the photocopier. It costs a lot and is faster in response than the inkjet printer. After printers, a device named plotter is used for printing purposes. It is mainly used for printing building designs, machine parts, maps, charts, etc. It can print images or information on large sheets which printers cannot. It also has further two types: an ink plotter and a pen plotter. An ink plotter prints images only. Its printing quality is good. But on the other hand, there is pen plotter, which is used for printing engineering diagrams, charts, maps, etc. Its printing quality is better than ink plotter. The last output device is speaker. A speaker produces audio output. It is basically attached to the sound card on motherboard, which is translating digital form into audio signals. It is most commonly used with multimedia softwares. We can summarize today's discussion as: a computer hardware term refers to the physical components of the computer. Input devices are used to feed data or information into the computer. We also discussed multiple input devices such as keyboard, mouse and camera, etc. Output devices are used to display graphics or texts, etc. You can try this assessment to test what you learned today. Hope you find this lecture helpful. Kindly appreciate by liking this video and subscribing to Virtual Wisdom. Thank you.